July 2026 isn't one month. It's two completely different months packed into one. Most astrologers will simply tell you your horoscope, but that's not how July works. Until the first half of July 15th, Sun is in Gemini. Then it shifts to Cancer, and for every ascendant, the spotlight of life of this move changed to a completely different area. Now add three more powerful influences. Mercury is retrograde. Venus is conjunct with Ketu for a large part of the month. And Jupiter has recently entered Cancer. And suddenly relationships, career decisions, finances, and family matters all begin behaving differently. This is why many people will say everything changed halfway through July. Today, I'm not going to tell you what may happen. I'll explain why. And before we begin, three ascendants are likely to make significant progress this month, while one ascendant must be especially careful not to make an emotional mistake and regret later. I'll reveal them during this video. So let's begin. Before we jump into signs, here's a bigger picture. Sun remains in Gemini until July 15th, then enters Cancer. Mercury retrogrades in Cancer and asks us to rethink rather than react. You can expect some delays, changed plans, conversations that require a second attempt. Venus being conjunct with Ketu in Leo, this is making relationships, attraction, and even creativity feel karmic. Some bonds happen while others lose emotional grip. Jupiter transit to Cancer is something which continues supporting emotional maturity, family growth, and long term stability. And Saturn has been in Pisces, continues to remain there. This is going to remind us that discipline still wins over shortcuts. So while every ascendant experiences these planets differently, one theme is common. July is going to reward patience more than speed. So let's start with Aries. Aries, your biggest lesson this month is knowing when to push forward and when to pause. Don't be impatient. The first half will reward courage. The second half demands emotional maturity. If you understand that shift, July can become one of the most productive months. Let's look at the first half. Sun activates your third house. This is the house of courage, communication, skills, initiative, networking, and short journeys. If you've been waiting to launch a project, apply for a new role, restart any pending creativity that you had, meet potential clients, or simply have an important conversation, the first half of July supports you. People notice your confidence, your voice carries more weight, and this is not the time to wait for opportunities. This is the time wherein it's the time to create them. However, Mercury is retrograde. So while confidence is high, clarity isn't always. Double check your email, read the contracts twice, and verify before reacting. Now the second half of the month, everything changes. Once sun goes into your fourth house, career moves slightly into the background. Home, family, parents, property, and emotional security becomes your priority. Some natives may seriously think about relocating as well. Others may finally resolve a family issue that's been lingering for months. Don't ignore emotional conversations simply because you're busy. This transit wants you to build stability, not just success. On the love and marriage side, Venus with Ketu creates emotional detachment. So if you're dating, don't panic if things suddenly feel quieter. Silence doesn't mean relationship is ending. Sometimes it simply means both people are reassessing what they truly want. Single Aries natives may unexpectedly reconnect with someone from their past. But definitely ask yourself, is this closure or genuinely a second chance? Married couples should avoid assuming their partner understands unspoken emotions. Say what you mean. On the career and money front, professionally, the first half is clearly stronger. Present ideas, attend interviews, network with people, ask for responsibility, but avoid resigning impulsively because Mercury retrograde often reveals information later that wasn't available initially. I've done a detailed video on Mercury retrograde, so you can go to the channel and watch it. Financially, this isn't a reckless spending month. It's a planning month. In the field of education or children, students benefit from practical revision rather than last-minute cramming. And parents may notice children becoming more emotionally sensitive during the second half. Take care of your digestion, sleep, and emotional stress. Sometimes mental fatigue appears before physical exhaustion. Listen to your body. Biggest opportunity, career visibility through communication and networking in the first half. Biggest mistake, making emotional property or family decisions without complete information. There's also a July scorecard, which I have sort of published for you to review. And Aries, this month isn't asking you to slow down. It's asking you to verify before you accelerate. Now let's move to Taurus, because July is going to test something much more valuable than money. Your words. The July theme, your finances may improve this month, but only if your communication improves first. Money and relationship become closely connected. The first half, Sun is in your second house. Family, wealth, speech, savings, self-worth, they all becoming important. You may discuss salary, investments, family finances. There's also a good period for building multiple income sources. There's one warning. Mercury is retrograde. So what you say may be interpreted differently than what you intended. Choose your words carefully. One impulsive sentence can create unnecessary distance with the family. Second half, when Sun enters your third house, the confidence increases. You become more proactive. Excellent period for interviews, marketing, sales, public speaking, content creation, even learning new skills. If you've been waiting to start something, second half gives you the momentum. On love and marriage side, Venus Ketu conjunct can make you question emotional security. Some Taurus natives may realize that they've been giving more than receiving. Healthy relationships become stronger, but the unbalanced ones become obvious. On the career and finance side, salary discussions may begin, but final decisions can take longer than expected. Don't panic if negotiations are stretching into August. It is a Mercury retrograde, which is doing its job. Review, refine, then commit. If you're a student or you have children, students who are preparing for interviews or competitive exams perform well through disciplined routines. And children may require additional emotional encouragement. On a health front, you need to watch out for eating habits, digestive sensitivity, even throat. Neck strain may also deserve attention for some of the Taurus natives. Biggest opportunity, building long-term financial stability. Biggest mistake, speaking emotionally during family disagreements. And here's your scorecard. My advice, sometimes your greatest investment isn't money. It's learning when not to react. Now we come to one of the most important ascendants this month, Gemini, because July begins with spotlight directly on you. This month starts with confidence, but ends by asking one important question. What is all this success actually worth it? Your identity transforms during the first half. Your priorities transform during the second. The first half, Sun is in your ascendant. This is your annual personal reset. People notice you, your confidence rises, leadership opportunities appear. You naturally become more visible. If you've been hiding in the background, July won't let you anymore. However, visibility also means responsibility. How do you speak? How do you dress? How do you lead? And how do you respond will all be noticed. Mercury retrograde reminds you not to promise more than what you can deliver. Second half, Sun moves into your second house. Now your attention shifts from identity to income, budgeting, salary, investments, savings. Family discussions around money becomes important. Ask yourself, are you earning enough for the lifestyle you're building? On the love and marriage front, the Venus Ketu conjunct may create temporary emotional distance. Don't interpret reduced communication as reduced affection. Sometimes people need space to understand what they truly value. The career and money side, excellent month for personal branding, interviews, promotions, leadership, but avoid unnecessary purchases during the second half. Financial planning is stronger than financial excitement. Education, students have excellent concentration provided they avoid distractions. Parents should encourage children to communicate properly, manage stress, stay hydrated, and avoid irregular sleep schedules. The biggest opportunity, reinventing your professional identity. Biggest mistake, allowing ego or impulse to influence financial decisions. My advice, Gemini, this month gives you visibility. Use it to build credibility, not just attention. In this video, we've just covered Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. But the story of July is only the beginning. In the next part, we look at Cancer, Leo, and Virgo, where Jupiter support, Mercury retrograde, and Venus Ketu conjunct create some of the most fascinating combinations of the month. One of these ascendants could emerge as career star of July, while another may need to tread carefully in relationships. I'll see you in the part 2 where I talk about these signs. If you are an Aries ascendant and none of this resonates, ask yourself, have you been postponing an important conversation or career move? That's exactly where the third house, the Sun, wants action. See you in the next one.